We're here for the next edition of the Blue Army podcast. I'm here with Dave Remnant. Good afternoon, really.
Good afternoon to you, Rob, and good afternoon to all of you watching.
Good performance from Trinity today.
Yeah, I thought it was, Rob, yeah. Last season, Warrington came here and bullied them, completely beat them off the park. I think it was 4-0. But today, the boys certainly showed, Warrington have also showed against others, good sides will be there at the top of the table. They've played so far this season. Showed they're not going to be an easy pushover.
Exactly. Key decisions maybe costing Trinity all 3 points today.
Yeah. I didn't think they got a good run of the refereeing decisions throughout the game, and those two incidents in the first half, particularly the first one, where the guy came through Ashley Worsfold in the penalty area, the Stonewall penalty, the referee bottled out of it really, and the second one, a free kick was given right on the edge of the penalty area, and the reason why penalty wasn't given was it said he was moving away from goal. Well, he gave the free kick right in the centre of the 18-yard line. So that
surely got to be an indication of where the free kick.
I couldn't quite understand the logic of that. And if that guy was the last man, why didn't he? He got a yellow card instead of a red card, which was also bemusing.
He'll be laughing all the way back to Warrington today, I think.
I think so.
He knows he's got away with one.
And I just think the frustration got to Liam in the end. Sort of the days of him getting yellow cards on the field. He's now getting them off the field, but I could understand the reason why he was cross.
You can tell he's passionate about
very much
this
so.
football club, and he obviously felt wronged. I was left shaking my head up on top of Carlisle Street. I just couldn't fathom how.
No, we had a good view of both up here.
The second one, Worsfold's brought it down. He's getting the ball out of his feet. His next touch is it's a shot on goal, so that makes it a clear and obvious goal-scoring opportunity.
Yeah,
he's only got the keeper to beat. How it's justified as a yellow, I have no idea.
Yeah, it was also good to see Green getting his confidence back between the sticks today. 2 clean sheets in a row now for the lad, considering that was an abysmal error at Nantwich last Saturday, which had everybody shaking their heads. So good to see that. I think the back three looked reasonably solid. It was Warrington, one of those teams that, during the second half they didn't create an awful lot, and then towards the end 2 glorious chances really. They could quite easily have snatched all 3 points, as Maguire could have done with that header that rolled just wide of the post, Rob. So all in all I felt it was a fair result, but I think Warrington have gone back thinking themselves that Trinity are no pushover this season.
Exactly, and with the games coming quick and fast, we've got Bank Holiday Monday. Looking at the scores, Matlock have got their third 1-0 win of the season.
Yes, another clean sheet for them. So John Stewart, ex-keeper here, will be pleased with that. But they were playing Stafford. I think Stafford are a poor side. I think they're going to struggle this season. So, yes, early days. I think Liam and the players will go into Monday's game with a good, fair degree of confidence. I don't see any reason why they shouldn't get anything out of it.
Exactly, but there's a few familiar faces. I think Josh Lacey's added to the former players on the list on Friday night.
Oh, right, yeah.
So, be a good test. Good to see a few familiar faces.
Yes, it will. Ben Gordon as well, also in the Matlock lineup. So, be like a little reunion for them.
It will, but hopefully this new Trinity can show a little bit of steel, a little bit of character.
Yeah, if they win on Monday, I think that's going to be a really good fit. They're going to have to recover well after today. It was very, very hot, and it was bad enough up here. It must have been hot for you, on the camera. But actually playing, it's important now that the boys recover well and get themselves hydrated and get some air into their lungs tomorrow, maybe for a walk. But really make sure that they're ready to roll on Monday. Some of the results elsewhere were quite interesting today, Rob, weren't they? Ashton United losing at Bamber Bridge. From what I could glean from Mark Hone earlier, they've got an enormous budget this year, but it's not doing them much cop. Whitby, who Trinity beat on Tuesday, went to Buxton and won 4-3. So there's a few interesting results, and South Shields losing at home as well. Much fancied team this season, big budget. They bought a few high quality players in, losing to Hyde. So real mishmash of results today.
Yeah, just looking at that Whitby score though, it shows the sort of level of performance that we put in, how we managed to dig deep in the second half. You know, they were 2-2 at half time and they've ran out 4-3 victors against Buxton, and Buxton will be a side that will be up and around with playoff spots again. Fully expect that.
Yes, I think so. I think Buxton will be there or thereabouts. Strong side. I think on Monday, if it's not a disaster if Trinity come out of it with a point. I think, you know, travelling away from home, getting as many points as you can away from home. So it's not a disaster if they don't come away with all three. But I don't see any reason why they shouldn't.
I think Liam King talks a lot about momentum and saying we need to keep momentum going, and picking up a point on the road.
But also, you know, I think the atmosphere amongst the side is much happier than last season. There was nobody. All right, 1 or 2 people perhaps, you know, got a bit of a telling off, but nothing that lingered. No sort of heads dropping, that sort of thing, which we saw quite a bit of last campaign. So I think the atmosphere within the group is good. I think they're all getting on very well together, and a lot of that's down to Liam and to Ross. So you know, fingers crossed that will carry on.
Yeah, exactly. It's a small, close-knit squad. We had a small squad last season as well, but so far we've had 3 games on the bounce, and it's been unchanged for each of those. And
touch wood, no injury problems today either. It's the third unchanged lineup.
Just Joe Maguire getting a bigger header.
Put out, yes.
With that header, he clashed heads, I think.
I think he'll be fine
in the aftermath. But yeah, 3 unchanged sides. Do you go 3 unchanged sides into 4? Bank holiday with the games coming quickly.
Maybe. Whether or not, I think he's got to start with the same 2 up front. I think they're going to be a real handful, especially for teams, you know, in the lower parts of the division. You know, the sides that are perhaps not as strong. I think Allett and Wolfsfold will be a handful. But as Nathan Stainfield said, you know, in his interview after the game, Rob, that, you know, it's really important that the lads look after themselves, and, you know, the idea of going out for a run tomorrow or 18 holes of golf in a blazing hot sun, which it probably will be tomorrow, is not perhaps a good thing. Get plenty of liquid on board.
But also no barbecues with it being bank holiday
weekend.
No
barbecues either. Yeah, making sure that there's no excess red meat floating about the system.
But we'll see what Monday holds.
Indeed we will, and it'll be interesting. You know,
we can approach it in confidence.
So moving on, I think you're right.
Cheers for your time, Dave.
Pleasure.
See you all again soon.